Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
A busy show for you today, folks. A good one. Lots of guests coming in. We'll be visiting with the Broken Bow Booster Club. Looks like we have Mid-Plains Community College on our list as well. Food Bank of the Heartland. And we're going to have the Teacher of the Month announcement from Shelter Insurance with Brent Custer. And more, all here on this really beautiful Friday morning. It's nice out there this morning.
It is nice. Yeah.
Big old partly cloudy sky up there with puffy clouds and no wind.
Saw a few people running. Saw a few people riding their bikes this morning. Good morning to do it.
Excellent morning. 56 degrees outside here and temperatures in the 80s again today. So nice summer weather. And next week's forecast I was noticing looks, really pretty nice. Mid-80s, a lot of lower to mid, sometimes upper 80s, but not talking about 90s next week. So
yeah,
should be
I
nice.
always take this mid to late August weather in Nebraska. I always take the extended forecast with a grain of salt in Nebraska, but I think when you hit mid-August, you really can only look about 48 hours out.
Well, that's pretty true here in Nebraska most of the time. But yeah, August can get very, very warm. September can be hot as well, especially first half. So if you like warm weather, we should have plenty of that for you. And then we'll start complaining about winter and
being cold,
fall and all fall is a favorite time of year for many people because you get the temperatures, your days shorten up, but you get some really nice weather in the fall usually. But right now we need some rain. We've got 2,900 precipitation so far, over halfway through this month of August. July turned out unusually good compared to what the previous months were. But it's dry out there, and mentioned this morning, please be careful. Probably we're a little bit dulled to it, but fire danger right now is probably pretty high. Fortunately, we haven't had a lot of wind, but the humidity is high in the mornings. It dries out pretty good in the afternoon. So
on state news last night, I read a story about kind of the drought conditions in out to our west in the state. I think they said that 4% of the state is in drought-like conditions, and then it referenced back to the 2012 to 2013 drought, which took up a majority of our state, more than 50% of it. Yeah. So we hope we never get back to that level again, but it starts somewhere, so we just got to hope for rain.
We do, and we was talking with Mike Evans just here a day or so ago, and it's very spotty. The rains all of this year have been very, very spotty, and right here in the center of Custer County, as Mike put it, we're kind of in an oasis, but you don't have to drive very far north or south to run into drier weather. Certainly when you go west, you run into some drier conditions that didn't get the rains that we got. So we're feeling pretty fortunate, but we could use some more. And of course, we're always complaining about the weather. That's what we do here. We're Nebraskans. Birthdays today. Country singer Leanne Womack is 56 years old today.
Okay.
John Deacon, that doesn't ring a bell. He's the longtime bassist for the Hall of Fame classic rock band Queen. John is 71 today. And Bill Clinton, former president, served as the 42nd president of the United States. He's 76 today. So those are some of the birthdays. A happy birthday goes out to Scott Briggs today. He is celebrating his birthday on this 19th day of August. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. Be a nice Friday to have a birthday.
Yes.
Kind of maybe relax out on the patio tonight, or if you're a party animal, go ahead. But probably depends on which birthday it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Some of the things that we might note here today that are very important here on The Breakfast Show. We bring you some very important information. Today is National Potato Day. Now, what gets me about these notes that come from CBS is then they go on to say how many potatoes Americans eat. I think a lot of them come in the way of French fries, but on the average, each of us eat about 35 pounds of potatoes a year. Average.
Sounds about right.
And the favorite way to eat them for a lot of people is the fried French fry, and then baked, and then mashed. That's your top three. A recent Potato Day survey found that the curly fries are America's favorite fries. Lay's is our favorite brand of chips, and McDonald's has the highest rating for French fries.
Yeah,
They are
and
known for the
potato
fries.
chips. I forgot about potato chips.
Yeah, that'd probably add more to
Yeah.
your average. National Aviation Day. I know we sometimes after a technology is created, we kind of forget about it. But the Wright brothers, 119 years ago in 1903, flew for the first time, got things off the ground. I guess there's some history debate there about that, but generally everybody thinks of the Wright brothers being the first ones to get the plane up and off the ground. And nowadays we just kind of don't think about hopping on a jet and going to Hawaii. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
flying over the ocean, not worrying about it very much.
Yeah,
And-
if you would have told those guys back when they floated for a few hundred feet that one day we'd be flying over entire oceans, they would have called you crazy.
yeah, no doubt
People
about
called
it.
them crazy
They did. They were
for
kind
thinking they could just even float.
under scrutiny for that. Technology sometimes has resistance, but certainly changed the way people travel. And it also gives people a chance to be especially grouchy when they're in the airports, waiting for that plane ride, because you can spend more time in the airport than you can in the air getting from point A to point B.
I don't really mind the airport so much. It's just I know when I get on that plane, I'm going to be extremely uncomfortable. You and I are both long-legged individuals.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a time I wish I had a little bit less height to me, it's when I'm on a plane. And I'm too cheap to spend the extra money for extra leg room. So I just have to deal with it.
Yeah, it does. It costs a lot more to have a little comfort. The other part of it is it costs a lot more to make sure you don't have to sit by somebody you don't know. And they do now. Now, when we went to Ireland, they had these kind of little pods up front.
I've seen, yeah.
The really
kinda-
rich people had, I mean, they could lay back and they had a TV in front of them.
It's like a dividing wall.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like you're in your own little cockpit up front. Now, Joan went ahead and spent a little extra money, and we did get to where we were the only two, and we were behind that wall that went up to the really expensive, and so
Gotcha.
we had some leg room, and it was pretty nice.
You know, if I was flying that far, I think I
It's worth it.
would do it as well. You know, longest flight I've been on was probably, 8 hours, which is probably the brink with having my knees crammed into a seat. But if I was flying all the way to Ireland like you guys did, I'd be considering that little extra money.
Well, the comfort is one thing, and then sitting in the middle row or sitting in the smaller jets, and maybe your tickets, you thought you were going to sit together, and you end up not sitting together, and then you're sitting with somebody you don't know, and
Well, we've all seen those videos of people, or those movie scenes. Hey, I'm not in a seat together with my child. Can I switch seats? And then you have to be that person asking if you can switch seats.
yeah, it's. I got really chewed out. Where were we traveling? Maybe Nova Scotia, and we were flying. And I didn't, you get, if you kind of get in a situation where you can't find a place above your seats to put your luggage.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, the flight attendants aren't a lot of help to help you find it.
I read something about that recently, something about them not helping you with your bags.
Some
Anymore.
liability
Yeah.
issue or something. So you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. They used to come help you. And I didn't know what else to do, so I put luggage a little further down or across. I can't remember. I found a spot where I could squeeze it in. And the guy, one of the passengers, chewed me out royally.
Really?
Yeah, he was
For
mad.
taking his space? Or?
Yeah, that's above our seats. That's not your space.
Oh, so he wasn't going to use it anyway?
Well, I don't know. He was mad at me. He really chewed me out. I felt.
Wow. It's like, well, why don't you go talk to the guy that took my area?
Well, first, I was. You know how that goes when somebody chews you out and kind of embarrasses you. First, you're kind of embarrassed, and then when you're sitting there flying for a few hours, then you're just mad.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
going-
You got time to stew in it.
Yeah. So you're flying and stewing. But anyway, it's National Aviation Day, and it does get families together that maybe otherwise wouldn't be able to get together. Of course, with Zoom and all the technologies, you don't have to be in the same room to have a business meeting anymore, and that did change things quite a bit. But they are saying now that many of your businesses are having their major meetings still in the same room, face to face, and using Zoom on a little less frequent basis. But it's still, if you need to have a meeting with somebody and you can't travel, that's a gift too. Technology, there you go again. Now, here's a question for you. They have the release of the Madden NFL 23. Today's the worldwide release of the 23. For the first time in 22 years, they're going to release the new Madden football game. And I'm thinking, that's cool, that's fine. But I wonder how many people, especially the younger people, that are using the new version or the old version, remember John Madden as an NFL coach rather than the name on a game.
As far as my generation goes, I don't really so much remember him as a coach as I do an announcer on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I came in.
Yeah.
So you probably have to be people in their 40s or mid-30s to 40s to remember him as a coach.
Yeah. He was fun to watch coach too. It was the same enthusiasm he had in the broadcast booth.
Yep.
And he was the guy that kind of made the pencil on the screen kind of famous.
There's
drawing circles.
There's compilations on YouTube of some of his funniest moments when he's drawing and breaking down plays. One of his best ones is he's talking about Gatorade buckets. He does an entire 8-minute segment talking about Gatorade buckets. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, he was in it. So I think it was this way. People either really liked him or they didn't so much because he was pretty animated, you know.
Yeah, I could see how he could kind of wear on you a little bit, but not me. I could watch 4 football games in a row with John Madden on them, enjoy them all.
I'm with you. Liked his enthusiasm. Well, as we mentioned, it's Scott Briggs' birthday today, so this is for you, Scotty.
if you think you know.
All right, give us a call.
You've been to them, the bars, taverns, and grills that are exactly like the next. Not at Henry's in Callaway. They offer a bar experience unlike any other. Try one of Henry's fresh, handcrafted drinks or kick back for a beer with friends. If it's an appetite you're bringing with your thirst, look to their amazing homemade pizzas to fill you up. Available to dine in or carry out. Call 308-836-4484. A slice of lime and a good time await you at Henry's Bar in Callaway, the oasis in the middle of Nebraska.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
754, no calls. What's the correct answer there to that?
Strong bones are not a health benefit of peaches, but all the others are. So healthy teeth and gums, wound healing, and iron absorption.
Wow.
I don't think I would have gotten that one.
I don't think I would have either. Here's the sounds of Eric Clapton on the radio.
Waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow invites you to save all August long with these prices and more. Visit them soon just south of the square. Start or end your day right with Listerine in either Cool Mint or Fresh Burst. Your choice at $6.79. Bengay Ultra Strength Cream is $6.79. Or get Lidocaine 4% cream for $6.19. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Federal judge in Florida has ordered release of the document that paved the way for the search at former President Trump's home after sensitive information is redacted. CBS's Catherine Herridge.
The judge agreed with media organizations, including CBS News, that at least some of the affidavit that supports the Mar-a-Lago search could be unsealed. Prosecutors argued releasing any portion of the affidavit would threaten their investigation.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is in Ukraine, where he's just warned Russia against cutting the largest nuclear plant in Europe from the power grid.
Any potential damage to Zaporizhia is suicide.
Officials in Nebraska believe a brain-eating amoeba was responsible for the death of a child who swam in the Elkhorn River last weekend. Douglas County Health Director Lindsay Hughes.
I want to stress that this is rare. There have been about 154 individuals since 1965 that have been identified with this particular infection.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. A Holdridge woman was hurt after her vehicle collided with an Amtrak train late Thursday morning. The Phelps County Sheriff's Office said the accident happened just before 11:30 a.m. at a crossing about 2 miles east of Holdridge. According to the Sheriff's Department, a northbound vehicle driven by Abigail Woosley, age 20, crashed into an eastbound Amtrak train carrying 120 passengers. The Sheriff's Office says Woosley failed to yield and drove over the tracks in front of the train. The train clipped the driver's side front corner of the car, and the rear of the vehicle hit the south side of the train. The car then rolled once and came to rest on its top. Woosley was taken to the Phelps Memorial Health Center in Hastings with neck injuries. None of the Amtrak passengers were injured. The Sheriff's Office said Woosley was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the accident. The investigation continues.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where the league and the Players Association agreed on a settlement regarding Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson violating the league's personal conduct policy. His suspension's been increased from 6 to 11 games. He's been hit with a $5 million fine and will be required to complete a treatment program. This after being accused by many women of sexual misconduct during massage therapy sessions. In Major League Baseball games of note, the Braves beat the Mets 3-2. Atlanta took 3 of 4 in the series from New York and moves 3.5 games out in the NL East. Astros all over the White Sox 21-5. Alex Bregman, 2 home runs, 6 RBI to lead Houston. Chicago drops 2.5 games back of idle Cleveland in the AL Central race. Cardinals over the Rockies 13-0. St. Louis's Albert Pujols, a grand slam home run. He is now 6 away from Alex Rodriguez for 4th on the all-time list at 690 career homers. Brewers beat the Dodgers 5-3. It was the Blue Jays handed the Yankees their 12th loss in the last 15 games with a 9-2 victory in the Bronx.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 82. Staying clear overnight tonight with our low around 54. More sunshine throughout Saturday with our high nearing 80 and clear with a low around 56 Saturday night. Staying sunny as we head into Sunday with our high of 84 and clear skies with a low around 58 Sunday night. Warming up as we head into Monday, more sunshine with our high of 88 and partly cloudy and 59 Monday night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff forecaster Kara Foster.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn.
Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Currently 63 degrees under a partly cloudy sky here at Broken Bow. Wind's not a factor so far this morning. Very nice morning, as we mentioned. Barometric pressure is rising now at 30.00. Humidity at 81%. Our high yesterday, I think you recorded a high at 92 at 5 o'clock yesterday. Is that right? Sorry.
I've been having the hot temperatures at 5 o'clock during 5 o'clock news lately.
Airport had 89 for a high, but Jeremy checked it right at 5 at 92. An overnight low of 56. Sunset today at 8:33. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:52. And again, as we mentioned, 29 hundredths precipitation is what we've recorded so far in this month of August here at Broken Bow. So we have plenty of guests coming in. Before we get too far along, let's talk a little bit about some job openings and so forth. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership has an open position that they'd like you to consider.
Yeah, they're looking for an early childhood infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Pay is $11.76 per hour, and you get all kinds of wonderful benefits, including health, dental, life, and vision insurance, generous leave accrual, employee assistance program, a flexible 4-day working schedule, 11 paid holidays. You even get your birthday off as a paid holiday, and employer-matched retirement up to 3%. Qualifications would include having a high school diploma or equivalent, a valid Nebraska driver's license and a working phone, and some experience working with infants and their families. You'll be purchasing food and preparing meals with USDA requirements, and you'll be responsible for cleaning the classroom, doing dishes and laundry, etc. If you would like an application, contact Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership at 745-0780, extension 0, or go online to centralnebraskacap.com. If you want all of this information served to you in a digital format, go to the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com.
All right. Well, it is mid to late August. We're in that transition period. School is underway. We have interviews with coaches going on. Later on, we'll be visiting with the Broken Bow Booster Club. And everybody's up and going for the fall activities. And Circle V Stitch and Post can help you celebrate the season or get you ready to support your local team, your grandchild, rodeo. It's all rolling. And Circle V Stitch and Post can help you go out in style with that garment with the embroidery on it.
Yeah, if you've got some fan gear that you just want like a name stitched in or something like that, they can help with that. Velma can also help you customize some sports equipment for your kids. Maybe they want to put their name on a sweatshirt or a bag or something like that. She's also got some new apparel styles in stock, and she can order just what you need as well. She's got lots of books that give you a pretty good shopping experience. So don't shop online. When Circle V Stitching Post has great prices that you can create with someone right here in Broken Bow. Call her and get your creation started today. 872-6173. Quality custom embroidery, Circle V Stitch and Post, right on the north side of town on Paulson Road.
All right, thank you very much. Things to do this weekend? Well, we know that there's a car show tomorrow in downtown Broken Bow, free of charge for entries and free of charge to come and walk through and see those great cars. Registration starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the car show in Broken Bow. And then also the Mid-Nebraska Rifle and Pistol Club is having their annual gun show Saturday and Sunday here in Broken Bow.
Yeah, it's at the One Box Convention Center. 80 tables of firearms, ammunition, and accessories are expected, and all local, state, and federal firearm laws will be enforced. So go and buy, or you can just browse, or say that you're going to browse and all of a sudden decide that you're going to buy. That's always an option as well. $5 admission Kids 12 and under are free with an adult. 9 to 6 Saturday, 9 to 3 Sunday. This is at the One Box Convention Center, Broken Bow. Saturday and Sunday, go and check out the Mid-Nebraska Rifle and Pistol Club's annual gun show.
Casey is here from Mid-Plains Community College, and she has brought a special guest. We'll find out who that guest is and see if we can harass her a little bit here on her first time on the air, or if Casey will let us. I'm not sure. We'll ask permission. That all comes your way in 60 seconds.
Ew, Dad, why are toenails so ugly and yellow?
Hey, it's James, and if you're like me and suffer from toenail fungus, please pay close attention. Let's face it, toe fungus is embarrassing. I was afraid to take my socks off and hid my yellow and crumbly toes from everybody. But nail fungus isn't just a cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even a small spot can spread and get worse. But no matter what I tried, it seemed like my fungus would never go away. Then I discovered Crystal Flush, the new FDA-registered at-home treatment. This unique two-step system flushes out fungus at its source and reverses damaged nails. Finally, me and thousands of others are free from fungus. And you can be too. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219. Eliminate your toe fungus once and for all, guaranteed. Call now, 800-764-9219. Or visit crystalflush.com.
It's now 11 past the hour of 8 o'clock, and I just want our next guest to know that we're not going to harass her. That was just an idle threat. Let's just put it that way, right, Jeremy?
Yeah.
We don't.
I'm surprised you asked permission. You'd never do that.
Well, I'm trying to behave myself.
In Brent's absence?
Yeah, I'm going to try to transition into when he comes back so that I won't. My wife says I need to quit harassing Brent, and he's right now, as we speak, meeting with lawyers to take litigation against me anyway. I believe. Took the last 2 breakfast shows off. I think he's with lawyers, Casey.
You think so?
Yeah.
Brent?
Yeah, I think he's had enough.
He's taking a stand.
Yes. Exactly. How's things at Mid-Plains Community College?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, it's been a while since I've been. It's kind of been a busy summer.
Yes, it has.
It really has. It's been a little, we've been a little sporadic. So good to see you guys again.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. Welcome back. We're in the fall theme of things here now. So
yes.
Schools are all getting back full steam ahead, and you guys are rolling. And I know you have a lot of things coming up and been working on some activities as well.
Absolutely. Yes, we have, our semester starts Monday. So it is time. It is time to get rolling, and we're excited for it because it's always kind of sad when students leave in the spring and, you have to say goodbye, and you hope that you'll see them again in the fall, that they don't disappear somewhere. And then you kind of sporadically see people over the summer. And then when they start coming back in the fall, it's just kind of energizing.
Yeah.
So it always feels good. When school starts, it always seems like the weather instantly turns a little chillier. It's sprinkling outside, by the way.
Oh,
right
it is.
now.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Just one of those weird passing clouds, I think, but still, everything just kind of gets a little busier and rushed, and that's what we like. So our semester starts on Monday. All of our full-time classes start then on Monday. That includes most of our early entry classes as well. Now, some schools have been in session since, Monday, Tuesday. Broken Bow started yesterday. But most of our actual college classes then start on Monday. We try to make a fresh start for the week. So we're really excited for that. I always say it every year. If you haven't registered yet, it's probably too late by this point. We hate to turn anyone away, but there are some late starting classes. We do have some that, wait till after Labor Day just for various reasons, some second 8-week classes. So I guess it's never too late. But
for the main course, though, it probably is, right?
Yeah, it's probably, you probably should have been thinking about this. But another thing that I want to highlight too is our great EMT squad here in town. I mean, it goes without saying that we have some great people, some great volunteers that when people are in need, they're the first ones there. We're kind of right next door to the new to the new facility out there, and you see people in and out of there all the time. And we are going to be having an EMT class this semester. Again, we have this almost every year. And on Monday, this coming Monday, August 22nd, at 7 p.m. at the Broken Bow campus, we're going to be having an informational meeting about this class. So we get a lot of calls. People call all the time and want to know all the details and the logistics about EMT. And sometimes it's easier to just get all those people in a room and discuss what's going to be the best date of the week to meet, all of the details about books and registration and how much it's going to cost, etc. And so that is going to be coming up here on Monday at 7 p.m. This is not if you are interested in learning about EMT, it's not something that you're obligating yourself to take the class if you come to this meeting. But if you've ever thought about it, or if somebody has talked to you about becoming an EMT, now is the time to come to this class or to come to this meeting and to learn about the class. So we invite you, bring a friend. We get a lot of folks that come in to take the EMT class that have a friend with them because they're like, well, I'll do it if you do it, that kind of thing. So, and this, of course, is not just for Broken Bow EMTs. This, we get people that travel from as far away as Brewster, Ainsworth. They'll come down to take this class so that they can then go back to their communities and volunteer. So we want to invite you to that meeting Monday, August 22nd at 7 p.m. at the Broken Bow campus. Learn all about EMT.
All right, very important.
Yeah.
And again, as you mentioned, all these communities around here, amazing people that participate and take their time to save lives.
Absolutely. It's one of those services you hope you never have to take advantage of, but when you do, you're glad that they're there. So
and trained.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I can, I'd like to introduce my guest.
Oh, can't wait.
She's been sitting over here waiting just to talk on the radio. I'd like to introduce my new administrative assistant. Her name is Tierney Christian.
Hello.
She's a little
How
nervous.
are you, Tierney?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Don't be nervous. We're harmless. It's not anything you have to be nervous about. Kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, a little bit how maybe you came to end up at Mid-Plains Community College.
I'm originally from Wisconsin. I came down and I was on the track team at UNL. Then I met a lovely rancher, shout out to Sean, that I married. So that's what brought me out here. I got a degree in math, secondary education math. So I taught at Anselmo Myrna for the last 2 years, math. And I just, wanted to get into higher education, and they had a job opening, and I just kind of snuck right in. And I love it. It's been awesome.
Well, you two should get along well because Casey, of course, has a math background as well.
Yes.
So I don't understand anybody that likes math.
We're the crazy ones.
They sit around and talk about square roots all day.
Yeah.
We do. How did you guess?
That sounds riveting.
Well, if you get past multiplication for us, we're in trouble, right? So
yeah, the most fancy thing I know is PEMDAS. That's it. Just leave me after that.
That will get you far.
Will it? Okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That's about where my knowledge ends up.
Well, that's great, and we're glad that you come to this area. What part of do you live up near Anselmo or?
Yep, I live 5 miles north of Anselmo.
Okay, so you're up in Butch McGinn country up in there, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great, and this job is a nice fit for you because you wanted to test the waters for the next level of education, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hoping to, with this job, and maybe get into teaching some courses, some math courses as well. So I love this job. I love the BCE side of it, business and community education side of it, and creating classes. So it's kind of been pretty awesome so far.
Good. That sounds great. And then the other part about Mid-Plains, I think that people really enjoy is that you have English and math classes and nursing classes and all sorts of things that are main courses. And then you have some fun things that probably are kind of fun to be a part of setting up and something for we all want to learn and have fun at the same time, and there's courses at Mid-Plains that offer that.
Yeah. That's been one of the fun parts, is kind of coming up with some classes to do and being a little selfish and making a couple that I want to do. I guess to talk a little bit, we do have some courses coming up in more of October. September is pretty busy with the start of school, but just keep a lookout. In October, we have a country dance class that's on Sundays.
It's always popular.
Yeah, that seems really fun. A financial survival for retirement, so kind of learn how to, use your money when you're retired. Then we have, I'm really excited, George Paul. He has a vinegary, is that how you say it? He creates vinegars. And I'm not exactly sure where he's out of, but he's coming down and he'll share some of his story of his vinegary, and he's going to share some vinegars for people to taste and stuff. So that seems interesting, and I'm very excited about it. And then we have just some art classes as well.
All right.
Coming up, so.
Yeah, a lot of the courses, that's a lot of variety right there in the courses that you're going to have this fall. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And did they contact you at the school if they want to get involved, or how does that work?
Yes, we kind of have two things. So if you're wanting a class, so I had a call the other day, and they just kind of wanted a computer, intro, just how to work a computer for kind of the older generation. And I was like, sure. And so that's something we can work on getting. So if you have ideas for classes or something you want to see, we are always open to ideas. And then on the other side, if you have skills that you want to share with the community, so if you are an expert in computers and you say, hey, I have free time, I would love to show the community, then yes, contact us and we'll make you a class and we can get you set up and you can become an instructor with us. So both ends, just, give us a call or email and we'll try our best to make it happen.
Well, this is a small community, so I have to ask you a question. Have you had any trouble with Mr. Garner at all?
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Just kidding.
Oh, no, I understand completely.
I don't know him well enough to say that, so I apologize.
No apology needed. And Mike will have no problem with that whatsoever. Now, you mentioned you were in track in college, is that right, at UNL?
Yep.
And what was your expertise?
Guess.
High jump?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I high jumped. It was short-lived. I unfortunately got hurt my sophomore year, but that's okay. But it was a great experience.
Yeah, and then so in high school you were very successful then, or you wouldn't have been looked at UNL, right?
Yeah.
So
not going to toot my own horn, but yeah.
I'm wondering how high did you go?
My highest was 6 foot.
Oh my gosh.
I did junior varsity. I only did 1 year of track in high school, and so I was a JV high jumper as a senior. And I'll toot my own horn. I'm not quite as holding back on tooting my own horn. Got 5th place at a JV meet in high jump.
Nice.
Jumped an amazing 5'8" or something.
Wow. You should put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I was a JV.
Oh gosh, I lost the medal probably before I got home.
Well, Tierney, just so you know, we're easy to get along with. The only track ribbon that I ever received was in junior high, and I'm old enough that it was the 800 yards. And I got 5th place, so I got a yellow ribbon because Alan Wagner, who was kind of lead, he cut in front of a runner too fast and got disqualified, and it was only the amount of runners. I got a 5th place.
Nice. Is it framed in your living room?
I don't know where it's at, but I came in last and got a 5th place ribbon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
That always feels good.
Oh, man. So
heartwarming stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Inspirational.
You are in the presence of two amazing athletes
Yeah.
here.
You can call us jocks if you want.
Oh, for sure.
Or jerks, whichever you want to do. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Yes, nice
Yeah,
meeting you guys.
it looks like you're a great fit
Yeah.
for Mid Plains. I bet Casey's pretty excited.
I hope so. I mean,
Very excited.
she's good at faking it, if not.
So
Well.
Tierney will probably be in at least once a month, so you
Okay.
get a little break from hearing me every week. So, yeah.
I look forward to that, and you can always come whenever, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, she'll come in and talk about some of those BCE classes that she was mentioning. I'm like, this vinegar thing is just, it's so intriguing.
Is that his career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a vinegarian?
Vinegarist.
A vinegarist. Oh, I like that. That sounds
there you
good.
go. I like that. Yeah, he has a business that
That's
is
cool.
all about vinegar, and so
You can look him up. I think it's just George Paul Vinegary.
he sounds like a beetle.
I
He
only
does.
wrote down enough to just a bullet point. I apologize.
Oh, no.
So that I'll be more prepared next time.
I'm going to guess he's going to show you how to make vinegar out of apples and different things.
Describe it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm more excited. He's bringing bread and vinegar to try. So
there you
that's
go.
I'm going for the bread.
Tierney, that's what I'd go for because I'm not a vinegar guy. But how they make it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what you use it for. I'm sure there's hundreds of different ways to use it in cooking. And yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go onto our website and read more about each class, and you can also register online. That's what we love, is when people go online, register. It makes the process really quick. So you can go online, or you can give us a call to register for any class, whether it's for credit or on the non-credit side. So
And as always, kind of do it sooner than later because it helps you guys know that you got enough people lined up to have the class. And,
Yes, yes.
And so that helps if they would register, if they're interested, do it sooner and not wait to the last minute, right?
absolutely, yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks, ladies.
Yes, thanks
thank
for
you.
having us today.
You bet. Was it terrible, Tierney?
Yeah. I'm sweating.
That's from talking about the athletics, Tierney.
yeah.
We'll take a time out.
This Friday and Saturday, set your sights on the Secret Garden. Save 20% off anything yellow or orange, including all new inventory. Open 11:30 to 4:30 Friday and 8:30 to 4:30 on Saturday. Deuteronomy 31, verse 8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP Smart Side products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP Smart Side products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. For your siding projects, go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
The Fox Theater invites you to Broken Bow or Cozad for a night at the movies. To keep up with what's showing and what's around the corner, go to watchthefox.com. Fridays are new movie day, and don't forget that the Fox Theater is open.
And more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
The folks at Nebraska State Bank want to wish you and your family a healthy, safe summer filled with lots of excitement, happiness, and fun. The idea of barbecues, swimming, ball games, community parades and festivals, and of course the county fair makes us all feel happy. The employees at Nebraska State Bank look forward to seeing all their customers, whether it's at one of our 4 branches in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna, or out in the community enjoying a little Nebraska fun. Here's to a safe, happy, and healthy summer. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Arrow Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Arrow Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Arrow Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your options. 8:32, thanks to Tierney Kristen and Casey Johnson coming in from Mid-Plains Community College. It was nice meeting Tierney, and she'll be coming back off and on along with Casey throughout the rest of the fall and winter class season. Look forward to that. And coming up, we also look forward to visiting with more guests coming in. We've got a busy schedule today. While we're stopped for a moment, we want to talk a little bit about Nebraska Land Hearing Center right here in Broken Bow and Custer County. We are fortunate to have a hearing expert, certified expert, right here in this area.
Yeah, she's got over 30 years of experience, and she's right in Broken Bow. This month, Roxanne is offering a free fuel voucher with every new purchase of hearing aids. So there you go. You can hear better, and you get gas in your car. Additional buy local discounts, free chamber bucks, free gift to the first 10 callers to schedule an appointment for a new hearing aid fitting, and also discounts for new patients. You receive chamber bucks with each new purchase, and she'll do a custom fitting for in-ear hearing aids that are rechargeable, included in the special. Local, dependable service right here in Broken Bow. No need to travel to one of the big towns, whether you go west or east. Stay right here in Broken Bow. Call 384-3852 and make an appointment with Nebraska Land Hearing Center. They're in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors from Bow Bootery. The business name is on the glass window in front. She'd love to see you.
You mentioned earlier that there was a lot of schools keeping it simple for you because they're having pizza. Not only is it a simple food to eat because you can grab a slice and eat it, it's really, really good, and it's really fun to have pizza ordered up and brought into the family. You know, like on a Friday night wouldn't be a bad time to do that.
Friday nights are a great time to get pizza, and you never have to worry about over-ordering because personally, you put it in the fridge. Next day, I warm it up, maybe have some for breakfast, have one for lunch, and then if there's enough, have it for dinner.
You can do
the next day. At the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, they've got some new specials, including a new pasta line, including cheesy Alfredo sauce, chicken Alfredo, and red sauce with Italian meat. Pepperoni and sausage is added, or veggie sauce is also an option. The pasta dishes come with 5 breadsticks as well, perfect for dipping. Get a large specialty pizza with a 2-liter of pop for $18.99, or a large 3-topping with 8 wings and breadsticks for just $24.99. And don't forget, they also have salads that can be a side, or they can be an entree as well. Ladarius is the new general manager. You guys had an opportunity to talk to him earlier this week.
Yes.
And seems like a great guy.
He does. He sounds like he'd be a good guy to get to know.
Yeah, so stop in and talk to him. If you're looking for a part-time job, they're still needing some team members. They offer wonderful benefits, flexible hours, and competitive wages. Pizza Hut, open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday until 11 p.m. Their dining room is open 11 to 5, Monday to Friday. So go and visit them in Broken Bow.
Thank you. A little question here for you, kind of a little controversy here, and it's with our new guy, Grant Winterer.
Okay.
Our newsman.
Yeah, what's the controversy?
Well, I asked him the other day to discontinue his workouts, and he claimed he's not working out anymore. Because I just didn't think we wanted a guy around here working out radio guys don't work out much. And I just thought it'd be better for team morale if we didn't have, some guy working out every night after work.
Yeah,
It's distracting.
Maybe about 1 month out of the year, I get on this kick where I go early in the morning and work out, but then it's over. It's done with.
Quit it.
That's my 1 out of 12 months. The other 11, I don't mess with it.
It's like, yes, I love to walk, but it has to be the right temperature. If it's too hot or too cold, you really don't walk.
Well, and you're not truly in radio if you don't pick up that one really heavy piece of equipment and you're just a little bit out of breath after you pick it up.
Going up the stairs to the press box, you should be out of breath by the time you get there. If you're a real radio guy, you should be, even hacking, like, oh man, I can't.
Oh yeah, phlegm.
The
whole 9 yards.
Sweaty and maybe close to a heart attack. And this guy's going and working out every day, and I think he was kind of fibbing to me. I felt like I wasn't getting the truth. He said he wasn't working out anymore. But I feel like he's still sneaking in workouts. Can you talk to him? You're the station manager. Can you put the hammer down on this?
Yeah, I can guarantee you we'll have a real harsh talk about that.
All right, thank you.
Did you catch him doing pull-ups on your porch?
I don't know. He walks in here. He's kind of skipping around. He's got a little extra spring to his step. It just makes me sick.
Okay. All right. We'll work on that.
Hey, you want to talk about insurance for a moment?
Yeah, we can talk insurance for a sec. Universal Insurance knows that you probably know it's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions, but it's also important to insure your business. So ask them about getting the right coverage for what you love to do on the business side of things. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance Broken Bow today, 872-6438, or visit them on South E Street, just right down the road from the square.
The other day, back to Grant, asked him to stop by. My wife had some lasagna for him. And he picked up a little lasagna, and he stayed for a little while. It was nice to have a visit in the kitchen there. And I just said to Grant, Grant, I have an adult beverage if you'd like one. This was like on Tuesday, something like that.
You said you have an adult beverage?
Yeah, would you like an adult beverage?
Oh, okay.
So what's he say? Can you guess?
Well, based off of what you previously said, I'm going to guess he said, no, thank you. I'm planning on going to work out soon.
Well, that might have been on his. He didn't say it that way. He just said, it's even worse.
Oh, God.
Even worse,
coming. Oh, boy.
He said, well, thanks a lot, Dave. But I don't do any libations during the week. I might have a libation on the weekend. And I'm going, what kind of radio guy is that?
Yeah, it says Dave at least a glass of whiskey every night.
Yes, be consistent.
He is being consistent, just not in not your level of consistency.
Well, if he finally does decide to have a libation or a spirit, the whiskey barrel is where he needs to go.
Yeah, and depending on what you pick out, you'll head home with some free ice with your purchase, and his beer is being warmed no matter where you're putting it. Even if you put it straight on the coldest ice ever, his coolers are at 28 degrees.
Yeah.
So you can be sure it's going to be cold when you get it out of the cooler, and you can be sure around inside the store that price that you got the last time you were there is going to be the price you're going to get the next time you were there. You don't have to say, well, let me pop in and see if he's got this on sale. It's going to be the same.
He
sets his prices to where he knows that he can make a living and give you a good price, kind of shoots that gap right in the middle, and calls it good. And he's got some great help out there as well when he's not around. So go and swing by. They're out on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And I'll remind Grant and others out there in Radio Land, open 7 days a week. You don't have to wait until Saturday. They're open 7 days.
Well, now, do you want Grant coming in to work hungover, Dave? You got to pick your poison here.
Well, he's a radio guy.
Oh, so you're saying, okay, so that's what you want. All right.
Radio guys don't come to work all bright and chipper.
Oh, we do sometimes.
I'm just kidding. No. Whiskey Barrel, take care of you. Grant's doing a great job, by the way. I loved his story this morning about the library activities. I don't know how long he had to take to put those sentences together, but it just kind of blew me away. It's an orchard of, it was like very descriptive.
Oh, yes.
Very well written.
Yeah, which you need for a library story.
Yeah. It's how do I want to put it? It's taken our newscast to a whole new level.
Yes,
with his
it's
writing
better
abilities.
than when we were filling in. That is for sure.
Yeah. We come to work not chipper and bright, and we really didn't write very good stories. So
yeah.
Here's the Eagles.
In between. But you'll only be happy when you see the back-to-school savings we have at Beaubouterie. 25% off all in-stock athletic shoes, 20% off socks, and a whopping 50% off summer sandals and flip-flops. We look forward to seeing you at Bow Bootery, east side of the square in Broken Bow.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Well, this time around, it's Jeremy and Dave and Brent.
Yeah, the promo still works.
Yes. We just added another name to the promo. Brent Custer is here from Shelter Insurance here in Broken Bow. It's good to see you, my friend.
Oh, it's good to see you guys. I do feel a little intimidated because you're really picking on Brent's today, so let's not go down this road.
Okay. I'm trying to do better because Brent Apperson is taking a couple of breakfast shows off, and it's my understanding that he is spending time each morning with a lawyer on some sort of harassment charges he's going to file next week.
I think he's got a taped version of the show that might help his case. I'm not sure, but
unfortunately, it's archived every day.
Yes.
Wait, you have like 3 years of archived YouTube videos. There's a lot of evidence.
I might be in trouble, Brent. Well, welcome in. You're here for a neat program that you guys started honoring teachers in the area, and it's fun to see who pops up every month. Who do we have this time?
Well, this month we have Jan Osborne. She is a teacher in Sargent. She's a business teacher there, and she was nominated. And then the other one was Jason Reed from Anselmo Myrna. So I just encourage everybody to go out to Sandhills Express and take a look at their bios and a picture and get acquainted with who these people are. And if you see them out there in public, please give them a thank you for being the great teachers that they are.
Yeah. Important, very important. We know that, and I don't know if we realize how lucky we are in this part of the country to have these quality of teachers, because some areas of the country right now don't have any teachers at all. So we're in pretty good shape here.
I agree. We're very blessed in a lot of different areas, but in the public school systems, it is neat to see that, and I love hearing what my kids say when they come home and they tell me about their classes, and that is the advantage of having twins, is you actually can fill in the blanks. I mean, those parents out there that get half stories, having a twins, it might have been rough at the beginning, but now I kind of fill in the blanks for each other, and if you get them separated and ask them at different times, I can figure out what's going on during the day.
There you go. It takes two, but you can do it, right?
Yes.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take advantage of those things.
Yeah. How old are the twins?
They are now sophomores in high school at Broken Bow. So I sent my first one off to college the other day, and that was interesting. I was doing really well until the very end, and I was like, oh my, we're only going to have 4 of us now in the house.
Yeah.
So that's been unique, but she's having fun. She's adjusting to college life there at Concordia. So
good school there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's bittersweet. You don't want them, if they want to fly the coop and go to the next step, you don't want them not to do that, but it's still kind of difficult.
No, and unlike myself, I can remember just wanting to leave the house.
Yeah.
And my kids, they're probably, let's just face it, they're a lot better kids than I was, so we'll just leave it at that. You guys can use your creative.
We understand completely. I think in many cases that is the story.
Yeah.
And the kids like being home, and enjoy being around the house. And
yeah.
I don't remember at a certain point when you got your driver's license, that's about the last place you wanted to be.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a nice change, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is, definitely.
Yeah. So what else you want to highlight today?
Well, I was just, with the new school year coming up, being on the board of the Custer County Foundation, I also want to remind the students and the parents out there that it is never too early to start looking at the scholarships and asking, the teachers and the people there at the schools, how do you apply for them, and get on the Custer County Foundation website and familiarize yourself with the different scholarships and things like that, and just get a head start on that, because the deadline comes up really, really fast, and before you know it, the senior year will be gone. So take some time, take a look at it, and get started on that process.
Am I remembering correctly that usually in recent years on that day where those scholarships are awarded were somewhere above $80,000?
Yeah, in fact, don't quote me on this, but I think we're over 100,000. I tend to forget. But it's an amazing number, how far it's come and what the foundation is able to do year in and year out. And, when we have our meetings, it seems like about every couple months, we're adding another scholarship, or a fund has enough money to add another scholarship or up the amount. So it's exciting to be on the foundation board. And we do so many more things than just scholarships, but that's just part of it, where it's a big part of what we do. And it's exciting that keeps going forward every year and gets bigger and bigger, even though the economy struggles. The financial part of it struggling, we are still able to go forward, and that's great.
And there are some really neat stories about people who have been fortunate enough to put some money together, and they want that money to be used in honor of a loved one they lost, or in the family's name, and that can be put in and roll over and actually support itself in some ways, I think. So a lot of different things to talk about there.
If anybody has any, inkling of making a donation to the foundation, please go talk to one of the board members or Lindsay there at the foundation. There's a lot of different ideas, different ways to do it. So, make your dream come true to help somebody else. And a lot of people in Custer County that we know and grew up with have done that.
Yep.
And when I look through those scholarships, it's amazing, because it puts a smile on my face of, yes, I remember those people.
Yeah.
And they were good-hearted people that gave back to this community, and that's a really, really neat thing. And I appreciate that as a board member.
Yeah, and I think one of the fun examples is Bev Williams' class of 50-something. I think it's 50s. It doesn't matter, 40s, yes. 50s. And the class actually has put in money, and every year they give a scholarship. So.
Correct. And I think Daryl Cyburn's class does that. I think they were state champions, or I believe in football. Sorry, Coach, I forget.
They were state champions. They went undefeated for a record amount of games in the years that team was a nucleus of the team. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty good story. Yeah.
Definitely. So no, that's things that the foundation does, and by all means, talk to a board member, talk to Lindsay. There's a lot of great things going on in the foundation, and I'm very lucky to be part of that.
If you don't mind talking a little business while you're here, I mean, this program that you've put forward to honor teachers is really, really outstanding.
Yes.
I'd imagine this has been an outstanding, or maybe a better way to put it, an unusually challenging year as an insurance person.
It is.
With the weather and so forth. How you get along?
Yeah, I'm going to stay positive about this. No, somebody asked me, they go, "You had a pretty quiet year this year?" And I wanted to look at them and just laugh and go, "No, it's been a very challenging year from all aspects. I mean, this inflation is really hurting us, just like any other business. Insurance companies kind of peg, a certain amount that they think a claim's going to be, and when that claim's actually 3 times higher than that, then obviously that creates some challenges. So it's been challenged, but I think Shelter, we've definitely handled that very, very well. Our claims were paid very early. Our pivots were put back up early. Those are good things. We got people back to the way they should be in a hurry, which I'm very appreciative of our adjusters, because they put in some, amazingly long hours.
Yeah.
So I can't, I know none of them are probably listening, but I do appreciate what they do. Yeah. So, and I appreciate our customers, just sticking with us. And they knew we would come through, and that was awesome. And Tracy and I there in the office yesterday were just talking about it, that I think in September we're going to try to do our customer appreciation dinner again that we always have. We haven't had that for the last couple of years because of COVID. So that's coming up, and that's a chance for us to see all of our clients at one time, and just thank them for, just being clients. Mm-hmm. We have that in the parking lot behind our office, and I don't know, we might not have filet mignon this year, so just to give you a heads up on that.
Are we going hot dogs?
No, I can't. I can't go that cheap.
Okay, some bar S hot dogs. They're the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
that reminds me of college.
Oh man, $1 a package for 10 hot dogs would be a crime.
I can't even imagine what's in those.
I don't want to. As you can tell, I like my food, and I'm not going down that road yet.
Well, that's a great way to get together, and you don't have to talk business. You can talk about whatever, and just have a nice visit with your customers.
Absolutely.
I know that happens when they come into your office anyway.
Yes.
You probably get to business towards the last of your conversation, but one of the things that's so important to highlight, and I think you've circled it, is that when things get tough, you guys are here to help.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a beautiful thing about our business is, I've been through this before. I live in central Nebraska.
Right.
We've been hit by Mother Nature, quite frequently, but we're here, and we're going to be here, and we're going to get you back on your feet. So I'm thankful for, my company, Shelter Insurance. I'm thankful for my staff. I mean, I look at that. I have a great staff. Tracy is wonderful. I mean, Seth is my newer agent, Seth Pearson. He does a wonderful job. I always jokingly tell people that there's not very many people would hire their mother-in-law. I should get a badge of honor for that, Cheryl. No, Cheryl's wonderful. She's wonderful with people. I have a great staff and a great community to serve. There's a reason why I moved back here years and years ago. I mean, I always wanted to be back in Broken Bow. I just didn't think that was ever possible leaving college. Mm-hmm. And when that opportunity presented itself, the funny part of that is I took the job and did not tell my wife.
Oh, boy.
We did not talk about it ahead of time, is what I should say.
Uh-oh.
And I went home and went, uh-oh. Hopefully she's okay with moving back home. And she was. She didn't even blink an eye, other than, she might miss a few shopping stores.
Yeah,
so
well, you can always travel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for, you want to kind of announce those teachers again real quick before we close?
Thanks for reminding me, Dave. Yeah, the teachers of the month for August are Jan Osborne from Sargent Public Schools. She's a business teacher there in Sargent, and Jason Reed. He is I don't know exactly what this. If I see him, I'm going to have to ask him. A skilled and technical science educator for Anselmo Myrna Public Schools. So
sounds a little above our pay grade, doesn't it?
Way above my pay grade. But go check him out on Sandhills Express.
Yeah. Jeremy probably understands it, but that's great. Thanks to all the teachers out there, and thanks for highlighting them.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll put those bios up. I'm going to put those on after the show, so they'll be up on the website for everyone to check out.
All right. Brent Custer with Shelter Insurance here in downtown Broken Bow, our guest this morning. Going to catch up on some news next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Russia and Ukraine are pointing fingers at each other today over the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. Correspondent Charlie Daggett has details from the Hostomel Air Base outside Kyiv.
Ukrainian officials say Russia plans to stage a false flag incident at Europe's largest nuclear power plant and blame Ukraine, just hours after Russia accused Ukraine of trying to stage an accident there.
The U.S. government is getting ready to make more monkeypox vaccines available. available as big cities struggle with shortages. CBS News contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
We're not reaching men who have sex with men who are black and brown the way that we need to.
20 convicted felons in Florida have been hit with criminal charges for voting illegally. And Governor DeSantis promises more to come.
It's not just going to be 20 arrests. This is the opening salvo of an office that was just set up on July 1st.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
Geno Smith and the Seahawks lost to the Bears last night in preseason play 27-11. Smith in his start after Drew Lock could not participate because of coming down with COVID-19, but Smith completed 10 of 18 passes for 112 yards. He was sacked twice. Bears franchise QB Justin Fields had a shorter tour of duty, 5 of 7 through the air, 39 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. But some good news for the Seahawks in the end, as their star left guard Damian Lewis was taken off the field with an ankle injury on a cart, but x-rays coming back negative on that front. In Major League Baseball, the 40 games below 500 Nationals find a way around the Padres 3-1. George Springer batting 5 for 5 at the dish as the Blue Jays handle the Yankees 9-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 82. Staying clear overnight tonight with our low around 54. More sunshine throughout Saturday with our high nearing 80 and clear with a low around 56 Saturday night. Staying sunny as we head into Sunday with our high of 84 and clear skies with a low around 58 Sunday night. Warming up as we head into Monday, more sunshine with our high of 88 and partly cloudy and 59 Monday night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff forecaster Kara Foster.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation. As we transition from prep season to watering season, Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They're once again offering free FieldNet and NF-Trax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so call today to reserve your pivot control or set of NF-Trax. Want to skip the demo and buy? Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not have previously been able to get it. These bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. In need of tires but don't want to upgrade to NF-Trax? Custer Electric has 11.2 by 38 tires on hand and ready for your pivots. Finally, is your pivot leaking more water than irrigating? This is your reminder to not settle for second best on sprinklers. Update your sprinkler packages today for install before service season. For all this and more, call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
Thanks to Custer Electric and Irrigation for bringing us weather and news at 9 right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 63 degrees outside, now mostly cloudy.
neighborhoods using no banks, realtors, contractors, or other costly entanglements, and build huge cash flow and wealth without the hassle of tenants, all without credit and little or no money. Text OFFER to 99799 and I'll send you my free training. That's OFFER to 99799.
If you're like me and suffer from nail fungus, please pay close attention. Nail fungus isn't just a cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. But no matter what I tried, it seemed like my fungus would never go away. Then I discovered Crystal Flush, the new FDA-registered at-home treatment. This unique two-step system flushes out fungus at its source and reverses damaged nails. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219.
And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Celebrity skin, is this your gender? Is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn, hot
Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline would be less than 2% of the length of pipeline already underground in Nebraska today. And unlike the 28,000 miles of pipeline that came before it, Summit's pipeline is the first that directly supports agriculture. Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline will dramatically reduce the carbon footprint of ethanol production, enhancing the long-term viability of Nebraska's agriculture and ethanol industries. California, America's largest ethanol consuming state, and Canada, America's biggest ethanol export partner, have said they'll pay more for ethanol with carbon capture technology. Farmers have always met the demands of consumers, and it's clear that carbon capture is the future of the ethanol industry. To learn more, visit summitcarbonsolutions.com.
9:29, we'll be closing the show out here in just a little bit. A few things we wanted to remind you of. Today, on this Friday, we'll be hearing interviews that Brent recorded earlier with coaches. Coach Jamie Smith will be featured today. She was on earlier this morning and will be on again during the noon and 5 newscasts on KCNI KBBN. She is the Ansley Litchfield volleyball coach and very excited about this upcoming year. And it was fun to listen to her. If you missed that, you can catch that at noon and 5 during sports. And also, of course, we talked with Ellen yesterday about the Living Out Loud concert, which takes place tomorrow and Sunday in Gothenburg. And Grant has put together a very good story, kind of recapping that conversation in the newscast today as well. So that will be available to you. Tomorrow, here in Broken Bow, as we mentioned, we have a car show at the park with free registration for the cars starting at 9 a.m., and you can go down and walk around and enjoy the show at no charge as well. And then out at the One Box facility, there is a gun show going on, an annual gun show going on tomorrow and Sunday. So those are some of the things that we're aware that are going on for you to take in this weekend.
Yeah, plenty of things going on. Kind of, a lot of fall activities going to be starting up here pretty soon. So this weekend, it's kind of one of those last blast sort of situations before we get really into the thick of school. A lot of schools have started, but, the first week, that hardly counts. That's just kind of, we always call that syllabus week.
Yeah.
You get read the syllabus and you learn about the classes, and then the next week is when it really kicks in.
Get down to it. They had a lot of fun at the elementary school here in Broken Bow. I imagine a lot of the schools do that. They had some bouncy activities, slides and different things that they had blown up out in the yard for them to kind of just ease into things, play a little bit, and get going in school. And they had some programs yesterday. I know at Broken Bow was the first full day yesterday, or first day, wasn't a full day, and they had some speakers and just kind of getting them going.
Yeah, they had Des Moines Adams come back and talk, I believe. And, Brent and I had the opportunity to talk to him here on the breakfast show not long ago. And, man, you talk about a motivational guy. He is it. So I'm sure those kids were very inspired by him.
Good way to start the year. Well, Jeremy, thanks for helping out while Brent is away with his lawyers and legal eagles, taking actions against yours truly, I assume, for some sort of just unverified activities that have taken place here on the show, and I appreciate you helping.
Well, I guess make sure you bring that up with him on the breakfast show on Monday. I probably don't have to ask that you do, but I know you will, probably. Or do you want to keep it off of the air? You want to settle it in court?
Well, I'd always rather settle it on the air.
Yeah, I should have known better.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Are you maximizing every acre of your operation? How much yield and how many dollars might you be leaving out in the field? At Precision Planting, we believe in better. We believe we can all improve, and it's our goal to come alongside growers to help identify areas of opportunity and provide solutions that get the most of every aspect of crop production. We know you aren't satisfied with the status quo, and neither are we. From new technologies for your equipment to